You just crush your workout, right? You're feeling good, maybe even a little sore, but here's the thing. If you think the hard work is done, you're in for a surprise. The post-workout routine is where the magic really happens. Forget about just drinking water and calling it a day. There are things you need to do after a workout to actually maximize the gains and recovery. Want to burn fat faster? Want to see your muscles grow like you've never seen before? I got 7 best things to do after a workout that most people overlook. Because if you don't take advantage of these, well, good luck with those results. Let's get into it. Number 7, active recovery. Listen up, because I'm about to drop some truth bombs on you. After a killer workout, what's the first thing you want to do? Probably collapse on your couch with a bag of chips, right? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but that's exactly what's holding you back from seeing the results you're working so hard for. Recovery isn't just about lying down and hoping your muscles magically repair themselves. In fact, if you're not doing active recovery, you're straight up sabotaging your progress. You heard me right. So what is active recovery? It's the practice of doing low-intensity exercises after your intense workout stuff like a light jog, a brisk walk, or some cycling. And I know you're probably thinking, but I'm exhausted. I don't feel like moving. Well, that's the thing, your body doesn't get the chance to recover if you don't keep moving. Sitting still after a heavy leg day, for example, will only keep the lactic acid trapped in your muscles, leading to more soreness and a longer recovery time. But when you stay active with low-intensity movement, your blood flow increases, helping to flush out all that nasty lactic acid and speeding up your recovery. Yeah, that's right, just moving around for a few minutes can make you feel 100 times better. After a tough workout, your muscles are loaded up with lactic acid. Now, if you just sit around and don't do anything, that acid just hangs out there, making your muscles feel like they're going to explode. But when you engage in active recovery, like a light jog, walking, or even swimming, the blood circulation helps to break down that lactic acid, easing muscle stiffness and speeding up the repair process. It's like hitting the reset button on your recovery time. Number 6, shower and change clothes. If you're finishing your workout and then just sitting around in your sweaty clothes, I need you to stop right there and listen up. You're literally asking for problems. It might seem like no big deal, but trust me, skipping that post-workout shower and fresh clothes switch is one of the fastest ways to set yourself up for some not-so-glamorous issues. You see, sweat is one thing, but leaving it on your skin for too long, that's a whole other situation. And it's not just about feeling fresh. It's about protecting your skin and your body's recovery. Now, let me break it down for you. When you exercise, your body gets all hot and sweaty, right? That's normal. But if you just sit around in those wet, sweaty clothes, guess what happens? You're giving the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive on your skin. This is like leaving a damp towel on the floor for a few hours. You're asking for mold to grow. And that mold? It's called acne, body odor, and a host of other skin problems. So if you're wondering why you're dealing with breakouts on your back or rashes in places you really don't want to talk about, you can thank your post-workout laziness. Besides the obvious skin issues, staying in your sweaty workout clothes doesn't do any favors for your recovery process either. As gross as it sounds, when sweat is left on your skin, it keeps your pores open, and that means your body can't cool down effectively. Your skin gets irritated, and your muscles don't get the chance to relax and recover properly. The sweat that's still lingering on your skin has salt, and when it mixes with oils and dirt, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. When you change out of those clothes and take a quick shower, you're wiping away all that nasty stuff, and you're also sending a signal to your body that it's time to cool down, refresh, and start the recovery process. It's like pressing the reset button on your post-workout. Number 5, hydration. Hydration isn't just about sipping on water, like it's a casual activity. It's about fueling your body for survival. If you're working out hard, pushing your limits, sweating buckets, and then not rehydrating, well, that's like driving a car with no oil. It's just not going to work out in the long run. And here's the kicker. Dehydration after workout is a one-way ticket to sabotaging your gains. Think about it. When you exercise, you sweat, right? Not only are you losing water, but you're also losing essential electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, which help maintain fluid balance in your body. Now, if you just let all that sweat evaporate without replenishing it, your body is basically working in overdrive with no fuel. And we both know how that ends: sluggish recovery, delayed muscle repair, and a whole lot of frustration as your progress stalls. Dehydration can actually slow down protein synthesis, that magical process that helps you build muscle. And guess what? The more dehydrated you are, the more you're limiting your ability to grow and repair muscle after that intense workout you just crushed. But wait, it gets worse. Dehydration also messes with your hormones. Specifically, it increases cortisol, that pesky stress hormone, and decreases testosterone, your muscle-building BFF. So, while you're busting your butt in the gym, dehydration is sitting there, just laughing in your face, holding back your potential. You're enjoying the video, leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button. Number 4, creatine. The supplement that people either love or love to hate. And let me tell you, if you're not using it, you're seriously missing out. Let's bust a myth right here. Creatine isn't just for bodybuilders. No, it's not just about getting huge and flexing in the mirror. If you're doing any kind of intense physical activity, whether it's lifting, sprinting, or HIIT, creatine is basically your secret weapon. Let's talk about what creatine does. Creatine is naturally produced by your body and stored in your muscles in the form of phosphocreatine. Now, this phosphocreatine is used to regenerate ADP adenosine triphosphate, which is the energy currency of your cells. The more ADP your muscles can regenerate, the longer and harder you can work out before you start to feel that I'm about to die fatigue creeping in. Simply put, creatine helps you push through those last few reps, those extra sprints, and those final seconds of your set that you would have otherwise quit on. The more energy you have, the better your performance. That's the key. But here's where it gets interesting. Creatine doesn't just improve strength and power. Nope, it's also a game changer for recovery. Research has shown that creatine supplementation reduces muscle damage and inflammation after intense exercise, speeding up recovery. Imagine, after a killer leg day or some brutal sprints, your muscles are still recovering, but with creatine, you're going to bounce back faster. Less soreness, quicker recovery, and more time for the next killer workout. But wait, let me guess. You're wondering, is creatine only useful for those who are lifting heavy? Nope. Creatine has been shown to benefit endurance athletes, sprinters, and even those doing high-intensity interval training HIIT. So, whether you're pushing yourself to the limit in a HIIT class or running your sprints on a track, creatine helps with explosive movements, short bursts of energy, and those moments when you need that extra 10% to go harder. Number 3, tart cherry juice. So, you think recovery is all about protein shakes, right? Well, you're not entirely wrong, but there's this little-known gem that could seriously level up your recovery game. I'm talking about tart cherry juice, aka the recovery drink you didn't know you needed in your life. But why tart cherry juice specifically? Let me blow your mind. Tart cherry juice is loaded with antioxidants, specifically compounds called anthocyanins, which are like little superheroes that fight off inflammation and oxidative stress. After an intense workout, your muscles get micro tears and inflammation, which leads to soreness low, DOMS. The anthocyanins in tart cherry juice help reduce the inflammatory response, making those sore muscles feel less like they've been hit by a truck. Studies have shown that drinking tart cherry juice can significantly reduce muscle soreness and damage, which is why it's popular among athletes. In fact, research indicates that it can help reduce the effects of delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, by up to 25%. So that tight, achy feeling you get after leg day, the one where walking down the stairs is a whole production? Yeah, tart cherry juice can make that hurt a whole lot less. And let's face it, we can all use a little less pain after a brutal workout. But wait, it gets better. Tart cherry juice doesn't just stop at fighting muscle soreness. It also helps in the reduction of muscle damage. Yes, you heard me right. Drinking this juice can actually protect your muscles from breaking down after a tough session. So, not only does it help you recover faster, but it also helps your body hold on to the muscle you've worked so hard to build. For anyone on a mission to preserve muscle mass, tart cherry juice is basically your sidekick. Number 2, contrast therapy. All right, let's talk about one of the most polarizing recovery techniques out there. Contrast therapy. It sounds fancy, right? Like something you'd find in a high-end spa. Well, here's the thing, this isn't some luxury trend reserved for the rich and famous. It's an effective, scientifically backed method that can seriously change the game when it comes to recovery. So, what exactly is contrast therapy? Basically, it's the practice of alternating between hot and cold treatments, typically in the form of hot and cold water immersion, think hot tubs and ice baths, or maybe even switching between a hot shower and a cold plunge. But why in the world would you want to subject yourself to extreme temperature shifts? Here's where the magic happens. The idea behind contrast therapy is that it stimulates blood circulation by forcing your blood vessels to constrict in the cold and dilate in the heat. This back and forth process, called vascular pumping, helps to flush out toxins, metabolic waste like lactic acid, and excess fluid from the muscles after a tough workout. Essentially, the cold tightens your blood vessels to push out the waste, and the hot water opens them up to allow fresh, nutrient-rich blood to flow in. The result? A quicker recovery and reduced inflammation. Let's get to the part where I know you're all thinking, that sounds painful, really painful. Well, the truth is it can be, but that's what makes it so effective. You're putting your body through a bit of stress in the form of cold exposure, ice baths, but this stress triggers a response from your body, where it works overtime to repair and recover itself. You're literally forcing your body to get stronger through this shock treatment. Think of it like giving your muscles a wake-up call, telling them, hey, you better recover fast or else. Number 1, post-workout protein. Let's get real for a second. If you think you're just going to chug a protein shake after your workout and suddenly grow a set of guns that would make Arnold jealous, you've got another thing coming. But here's the good news. Protein post-workout is crucial. So, sit tight, because I'm about to blow your mind with the importance of this magic powder you've been chugging without fully understanding why. You lift, you run, you jump basically, you break stuff down. Your muscles go through tiny tears that, with the right recovery, will heal and become stronger. But what happens if you don't feed your body properly during this healing process? Nothing good. You're basically making the same mistake as someone who buys a new car but never fills it up with gas. Sure, the car looks great, but it isn't going anywhere. Now, enter protein, your muscle's best friend. When you work out, your muscles are in a state of catabolism, meaning they're breaking down. To repair these muscle fibers and turn them into stronger, bigger fibers, you need a proper dose of amino acids, the building blocks of protein. Without protein, your muscles are basically stuck in limbo, trying to heal with half the tools they need. This is why getting protein right after your workout is a game changer. If you're still thinking, do I really need protein? Can't I just eat a regular meal later on? I get it, but hear me out. Post-workout protein serves 2 key purposes, muscle repair and muscle growth. When you eat protein, especially after workout, your body enters a state called muscle protein synthesis, which is basically the body's way of saying, all right, it's time to build. This is when your muscles use those precious amino acids to rebuild and grow back stronger. You liked the video, leave your comment, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.